This is a re-upload of the original install video because even though I Googled copyright-free music and went to a copyright-free website and downloaded a copyright-free song, I still got hit with a copyright strike from YouTube. I think we have that fixed in this version though. Enjoy! What's up everybody, welcome back to Shoot Where I Live. My name is Joe. This is my 2019 Chrysler 300s and this is the Rockville RVB12.1A. I mispronounced it in the beginning. It's the RVB12.1A, not 1.A. I just shot my chain. I got the 2019 Chrysler 300s. These come with a couple of different audio packages. One's a standard package, and then there's an Alpine amplified 9-speaker system. And that basically has an 8-inch subwoofer that's right about here, mounted into the back deck. If you're familiar with subwoofers, you understand that usually they're in a box, a sealed box or a ported box like this one is. This is ported on the side. If they're not in a box, if they don't have anything to contain kind of the back pressure for the subwoofer, they just don't work how they're supposed to work. And so, as this sounds pretty good, it's fine. What I want to do is I just want to fill out my frequency range and get some of those lows. This is not about building a show car or anything that's going to win any competitions or anything like that. It's filling out the sound. And I wanted to do it as easy as possible. So what I did was I went on Amazon, read through a bunch of reviews, did a bunch of research. Rockville has some really inexpensive stuff. I'm not going to call it cheap because I don't really know how it's going to work out. But it's powered. All of your connections are here in the amplifier that's in the side. It's 500 watt max and it's supposedly rated at about 300 RMS. If you're looking for something like this, RMS is the number that you want to look at because, you know, like you'll see amplifiers that are like 2,000 watts, but really in the fine print it says 500 RMS. And that's the power that they're actually running at continuously, the good, clean power that's going to support your subwoofer or your mids or tweets or whatever it is that you're hooking up. So with this, these cars are really cool because everything is in the back. The battery's here in the back, the fuse box is in the back, and I can connect high level, which is just tapping right into the signal from the subwoofer that's already mounted up here in the back, and plug everything in. I don't have to run any wires through the car or up through the firewall in the front or anything like that. So it's all going to be plug and play. And because I wanted to do it as easy and quick as possible, I got some T connectors, and what those are is they just go around a wire, you crimp them down, and it kind of, the metal will touch the wire inside, and then it basically becomes a plug. You put the other end on your other speaker wire, and you plug it in, and then you can run it down to the speaker, and that's it. What I'm going to do first is we have to pull this cover down and off, tap into the wires at the subwoofer here in the deck, and then we can put that back up, and then we go down to the battery in the fuse box, wire that all up, and then plug it in, and that's it. We'll test it from there. Okay, you guys, check this out. This is hilarious. I think I got gypped. So right here, there's supposed to be an 8-inch subwoofer. That's where it goes. So I have the 6x9s in the back, and apparently I don't even have the subwoofer to tap into. So what we'll do is we'll just tap into this right side and this left side, and then that's where we'll get our signal from. But I can show you Alpine sound system. I was under the impression that if you had the Alpine sound system, you automatically have the subwoofer. Apparently, that's not the case. So let me get tapped into these two back speakers, and then we'll go to the next step. So we unplug the speakers. This goes directly into the speaker here, the stock speaker. We've got our clips in. Like I said, these just push over the wire and you clip them in, and there's a piece of metal inside these clips that it basically kind of strips the rubber around it and touches the wire itself, and that gives you the signal. This is our speaker wire. We've got these plugs on the end. They plug right into these, and then we plug this back into the speaker, and we'll run the wires across. Here's the other speaker. I already got the clips on these, and then we'll go behind this piece of carpet and then down into the bottom. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, we got it all buttoned back up here. I ran the wires down, and now you can see that they come out here. I just have them kind of up out of the way right now. So those are the speaker wires. Now what we're going to do is hook up the power, ground, and remote. I've got a ground here, I've got the power right here, and then I'm just going to hook into one of these because the fuse box is right here. So I will just snap into one of these. I just have to find one that's a ignition wire, and we'll be good to go. So here we are, we're getting closer. What I've got now is, this is the high level plug for the signal, power wire, remote wire, ground wire, and they're all ran. These of course go up here for the signal, the audio signal, and then I ran my power and ground back through here, and they come down. The ground goes off over here, power runs down, here's the fuse holder for it, positive comes off here, negative here, and then I tapped into this pink wire up here for my remote switch. Now let me get the carpet back in here, and we'll throw the sub in and plug everything in, and hopefully it works. Now that we've got it buttoned back up, you can see everything's back in to where it's supposed to go. And I just have my main wires coming out, power, ground, remote, and then of course the high level inputs. I could have left myself a little extra slack in the lines, but I didn't want a whole bunch of extra wires laying around. I set the gain to about 50%, and the crossover I think it's probably right around 60, right in there. And so what I'm going to do now is throw the fuse in it and turn it on, make sure that we have a signal. And as long as I have a signal, I'm not going to listen to it. I'm just going to make sure that we actually have a signal and that it's working. And then I will drive elsewhere so that I don't completely and totally piss my neighbors off. Not that this is going to be that loud anyways, and we will take a listen. Totally forgot to tell you that it does come with a wiring kit. Comes with a 10 gauge wiring kit. It's got everything you need in it. Your remote wire. It does have RCAs if you are going to go low level input. Power wire, ground wire, connectors. It's got the whole thing in it. It's got, if you want to pause the video and look, it's got all that stuff in it. So we can do that later. Now we're at the portion of the video that's different from the original because I had to go ahead and re-record it. It's been about a week, and I'm going to use a different song that shouldn't have any copyright issues. And just for you, YouTube, just in case there's an issue, here's a message from our friend Tom MacDonald.
People are constantly asking me if they can play my music on Twitch or if they can play it on their in their videos or whatever, and like, I think it's like, if you want to play the music on Twitch or something, then you have to provide some proof that you have permission. So just take this as permission. If you have a Twitch stream or you want to use my music in one of your videos or something, this is your permission. Go ahead and use the music.
Not that Tom MacDonald will ever see this video, but thank you so much for doing what you do and letting YouTubers and people on Twitch or whatever use your music and not have it copyrighted. That's really awesome. So we're going to listen to Clown World by Tom MacDonald. I have the fuse out of the actual subwoofer box instead of the fuse at the battery itself. That way I don't have to get under the carpet thing. And so the subwoofer is not on. This is just the stock system. Here we go.
You worried about leaving a better planet for our kids? How about leaving better kids for our planet? Entire generation offended at everything, getting mad that a human thinks all lives matter. We don't need black or white or left or right. All we need is common sense.
This is just the stock system.
We're all in the same boat. Why are you trying to make holes? If they sink, we sink. This is madness.
He sounds fine.
I'm offended that you're offended by me taking offense. Can't build a wall. Why does your house have a fence? I believe
there's no lows.
I'm mad like the rest. I'm just confused when a dude has a beard and some breasts. We won't always agree. Nope, I don't hate all police. Nope, I don't think that the system's racist. I just think the system hates people. I think fighting violence with more violence is what they want. Viruses and riots, people dying, we won't stay home. Black lives matter.
Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and throw the fuse back in the sub, and we will come back and listen to it with the subwoofer. In the original install video, I did say that the gain was set at 50. Over the last week, I've been playing with it a little bit, and the gain is actually set at 75 now, and that gives me a little bit more adjustment here in the cab at the stereo, and is where I liked it at. Now the sub's on. Here we go.
You worry about leaving a better planet for our kids. How about leaving better kids for our planet? Entire generation offended at everything, getting mad that a human thinks all lives matter. We don't need black or white or left or right. What we need is common sense. We need balance. We're all in the same boat. Why you trying to make holes? If they sink, we sink. This is madness. I'm offended.
So hopefully you guys can hear
Can't build a wall. Why does your house have a
deep
fence?
bass
I'm
now.
two genders. I'm
It's a full sound range.
When a dude has a beard and some breasts, we won't always agree. Nope, I don't hate all police. Nope, I don't think that the system's racist. I just think the system hates people. I think fighting violence with more violence is what they want. Viruses and riots, people dying, we won't stay
Volume
home.
22.
Black lives matter, all lives matter. What's all this division for? It's modern segregation. This is setting up a civil war. Burn the circus down, cause the world is full of clowns. They're all stupid.
Sounds
and
so
they're
much
proud.
better.
Painted smiles on their mouths. I don't hang with bozos, homie. I can be around you. Anyone who knows me knows my feet don't fit in clown shoes.
119 bucks on Amazon, comes with a wiring kit that has everything in it that you need to hook it up. I'll put a link in the description of the video. I don't know if it will still be 119 shipped on the time that you click on the link. It's not an affiliate link or anything, so prices are subject to change, but I'm impressed with it. Like I said, I've actually been driving around with it for about a week now, and it really fills out the sound. It's not rip your face off bass. It's not shaking your rear view mirror or, you know, making the trunk lid rattle, which I freaking hate that anyways. But it sounds really good. I mean, again, for 120 bucks, shipped, powered, installation kit, you know, definitely can't go wrong. If there's any issues with it in the future, if it catches on fire and burns my car down, whatever, something like that, I'll let you guys know. If you don't hear anything about it in the future, that just means I'm still rocking it and it still sounds good. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate all you guys. I'm Joe with She Ride Live, and I'm out.